Plaud just gifted me their AI voice recorder, and if you are looking to record and quickly take notes and mind map and smartly template any transcriptions from meetings, phone calls, maybe you went to a big conference and was listening to a panel talk, any live event you may be going to or listening to, or even things online, Plaud has got you covered. Now, I have been testing some other AI voice recorders, and I realized that I needed to test Plaud as this is the #1 AI voice recorder out there, and it's well loved. So I knew that I needed to see how great it is. This is how it comes. It is super, super sleek. Maybe the thickness of like 1.5 credit cards, about the size of a credit card. And it has the tiniest little on-off button right at the top. It also has a button to press to start and stop recordings. It has the mics all the way on the top up here, and on the back, it's just super sleek. You can see where it charges, and this is so, so pretty. It actually comes with this beautiful leather case that it slides into so cleanly to keep it protected, and also MagSafe connected to the back of any device, so you can always have it with you. And if your device is not a MagSafe device, it does come with the magnet to make any device MagSafe. So you have everything you need here to always have this with you, whether you're recording phone calls or something else around you. And as for the charger, it is this very cool magnetic charger that just pops right on, and it is a USB-C plug. Now this alone has 64 gigabytes of memory, which means it can hold up to 480 hours of recording all on its own. And when fully charged, its battery will last up to 30 hours. So you really can just take this with you and record constantly. And then when you're ready, connect it to the app and then get smart with those recordings. Now let me set up the app real quick. And the instructions are very simple. It really is just a QR code to download the app. And then it just tells you mostly to refer to the app moving forward. And this app is unique for me as it's one of the few apps that I have tested that is not only available on the Apple Store and Google Play, but it's also in the Android APK marketplace. So that is way cool. I'm going to go to the App Store as I'm on an iPhone. Now, while that app is downloading, I want to really quickly talk about privacy, as Plaud prioritizes your privacy. And this has enterprise level encryption, and everything is localized to your device or to your private unlimited cloud storage provided by Plaud for your audio recordings. And I'm going to read off all the certifications real quick, as this is very legit. By enterprise grade security, that means this is SOC 2, Type 2, HIPAA, GDPR, and EN 18031 compliant with a strict no training policy. So none of your data is going to be used to train AI. It is all only owned by you and fully protected. Even HIPAA, this could even be used in a medical institution, and it is trusted that far with its certifications. So that's really impressive. Now I'm sure the app has downloaded, so let's sign in. And the first thing you see when you start up the app is that privacy is at the core of this. So very, very cool. And you can even choose whether or not you want that private cloud sync. I'm gonna let that go through and add my device, and then I can pick my device. Now Plaud has continued to come out with different devices, but this is the Note. So I will open that. And now I'm in. Now before I play with this, I definitely want to talk about the device just a little more. It does have this switch back and forth. This is between regular recordings and phone recordings. It's your mode switch. And then to record, all you do is press this button. and then it's going to vibrate and the little light will turn red that it's recording. And I can actually see that immediately the app recognized it's recording. It looks like I can even type while I'm talking. So let's say I'm telling you all about this device, and then while I'm telling you about it, I can say something about what I'm talking about, which is very hard to do while I'm talking. But let's say I say, look at red light. Now it will keep recording, and I can stop that recording by pressing the button on this. This is really nice if I'm not near the app, or I can just stop it on the app. So when I stop on the app, it'll just stop and save, and it will immediately transfer those notes into the app. Now I can click that open, and it looks like my recording highlights will be right at the point where I said them in the recording. And then it has the summary. It doesn't have the summary yet though, because I have to generate that. So let me hit generate real fast. And this of course is going to be a very quick summary because that was a very quick recording. But even with that quick recording, I don't have to just do auto generation, which is ideal in most scenarios. I can also do custom generation. And this is where it gets really smart. You have all of these templates to work with. First off, you have your general templates. These are just more quick, like, hey, I know it's a lecture or a call. I just want to tell you that, so you transcribe it accordingly. And it will, especially in interviews and conferences, anywhere where there's multiple people, it can actually recognize the different people and note them separately in the transcription. And then you can get more specific. You can get specific on meetings. I have it right now connected to Meeting Secretary, which obviously will not work for the very quick transcription I just did. But if you were in a board and you wanted to have those secretary notes, you could do that. Formal meetings, all types of different meetings, and you can even get those very detailed summaries. Maybe you just want the very quick highlights. Maybe you even wanted to come out of the meeting with a task list. It can do all of that, and as you can see, this just keeps going. There are so many templates here. Then you can go down to speeches. So if you were listening to your teacher and recording a lecture, you can come out the other side and take notes from that lecture very quickly, summarize them, get exactly what you want out of them, especially with adding those quick notes you might have added to the transcription yourself. With call, you have a ton of call templates, all different types. This is so cool. And then it just keeps going. You have interview, you can do medical, and I have gone to the doctor a couple times this past year, and they did use a Plaud Note taker. And I wonder which one of these summaries they used, but probably the healthcare consultation. This is so powerful and so handy for anyone to use in such a wide array of situations. Continuing down, I'm not going to go through all of these because there's so many. You have sales, consulting, more focused education, construction, IT and engineering, legal, real estate, financial, functional. I want to look at functional real quick as this is interesting to me. That's fun. It's more of how to apply exactly what you're transcribing into something more functional. Maybe those key quotes, maybe that to-do list, those key points, really trying to clarify it. And that's all of those different summary templates. Now I am going to stick with the standard template, but if I had gone with a custom template, I could have labeled the speakers, and it supports 112 different languages, but it will auto recognize which language comes through, and I can choose my AI model. This app is always going to update to the most current AI model, and it really gives you all of the options, even some of the older options if that's what you want. Now this transcription was so simple that I'm just going to click auto generation, and it's going to go very quickly. Now if it was a longer transcription, expected to take longer. This is still asking AI, it's thinking about it, it's summarizing it, it's trying to give you the most thoughtful response, the most cleaned up template it can provide you on the other side. Now, while that's generating, I just want to point out a few other very helpful pieces. If you go up to the top, you can actually name the speakers if there are multiple speakers, and you can move the note to a folder. And I'm going to make this folder my testing folder. So I can just move this to testing. And now it has finished providing the template, and it's kind of amazing how much more it did. So starting off with, it has the source. So this is the transcription that it just created, very small, and it recognizes that there was only one speaker. So there's only speaker 1 in it. And I can actually play back the transcription as well. Vibrate, and the little light will turn red that it's recording, and I can actually see that immediately. And the sound is not amazing, but it is good enough for playback. It's good enough to recognize what's going on and to transcribe it. So it's giving me everything I need. And then I can go to notes, and this is again where it's so cool. It actually takes that recording highlight and tries to guess at what that meant in the recording. And it actually is saying that it's a self-referential point where I was talking about this Plaud Note taker. That's so cool. And then it summarizes what I said. What's so cool about this is this summary is actually more cohesive than what I was saying during that little recording, but very nice and clean. It even includes potential next steps, and it even has a mind map. And at the bottom, I can even ask more from the AI. Now, my initial example is very, very simple. It's just showing you the smallest entry to what is possible with this incredible device. Where you're going to find the most power is where you need this most, where you need those summaries, where you need to save your time for what's important and not be wasting it on taking notes, trying to find those key points in your notes. This will do it all automatically for you. And thanks to the AI, you don't even have to remember specific keywords. You can ask more generic questions like, who was the guy that was talking about building that house? And it will go, so-and-so was talking about building this and this house at this and this time in the transcript. And it's going to give you everything you need. I am very impressed with the Plaud Note. This is incredible, and I know that if you get this, you're going to find so many ways to put this to use that you won't be able to imagine not having it. This is one incredible way to really incorporate AI in your life in a way that is truly going to save you time, reduce stress, and help you keep really nice, very clean records of whatever you want to track. The Plaud Note is impressive.